What's up, everybody? Welcome back, and we are reviewing The Boys Diabolical today. So make sure you stay around to the end of the video when we give it our layman's review, because this is going to be an interesting one. I think we're going to disagree a little bit.
I think we will.
This show revolves around, if you haven't seen it, The Boys, which is a Amazon Prime original series
Fantastic.
that revolves around superheroes if the whole superhero idea was as fucked up as possible.
Put superheroes in today's world.
Yes, basically.
And
with the
you got
corruption, with the social
Right.
media, with the clout, with the anything negative you can think of. And I think season 1 and 2 of the main show is actually really good.
Yes.
It tells a realistic depiction of what society would be like if we actually had superheroes. Yeah. They would not care about really solving crimes. It would be like what their public image looked like.
Yeah.
What the society viewed them as. Setting up fake events that made it look like they were
Right.
doing something
Like
good.
acting in their
It was
movies.
all scripted. Now enter Diabolical, which is an animated series which basically tells independent stories of what regular people's lives would be like if Compound V, which is the ingredient that makes these things called soups, which is what a superhero in this universe is called, and how their lives would be affected by this thing
If that
being
drug
readily
was around,
available
yeah.
to basically regular people.
Because I would say, like, regular people, yes, but they obviously all know what it is.
Yeah.
They know what Compound V is. It's been around. Because if I had to say, this is taken, obviously the time span of these episodes have been throughout the whole, like, show, if you watch season 1 and 2. So it's just like, you're a regular person doing regular things, but...
with Compound V.
Yeah. Would you take Compound V?
No.
Oh.
Have you watched these? I was thinking about
would.
it when there were a couple
It's a risk, man.
powers. So getting into it though, so there's 8 episodes.
Yep.
Every
15
one
minutes.
of them is short. About you said 15
About
minutes.
15 minutes,
and
yeah.
they're animated by different people.
Which I like that.
So the
that was a
style
cool thing.
is different every
Yeah.
one of them. One of them was a Looney Tunes rendition. It was one of my favorite ones, actually. I grew up with Looney Tunes, so I really appreciated that. There was another one that was done by the creators of Rick and Morty. You could tell because of the eyes.
Yeah,
how
the
they
pupils.
Did,
Yep,
pupils,
that was the
how
thing.
they
I was like,
looked,
wait a minute, and their teeth.
and the voice actors.
Yes.
I think there was another couple one that was anyway.
There was an anime one.
Yeah, there was an anime one.
Anime one.
There was a poop one.
That was that.
That was the anime, right?
That was the anime one.
So, I really appreciated the fact that, first of all, these things are very self-contained. When they're over, they're over.
Yes.
They don't interject with one another later down the road. And there's only one that I think you could even think of as canon.
Yeah.
To the main story, anyway. All of it's canon. It's in the same universe, but it's not really relevant to the main story.
I think this was just to whet our appetite before season 3.
So, a couple things I liked. A, the animation styles that changed. I was looking forward to see, like, ooh, what's the next one going to look like?
There were some highs and lows. There were some good ones and bad ones, in my opinion.
Sure, yeah, I didn't like all of them, but I appreciated the change.
The change. It was
and
good.
the artistic direction of all of them.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
It gave people the opportunity to flex their style using the boys as their title, and you got to see, like, you know, where we saw, like you said, the Looney Tunes when that was the first one with Laser Baby. But we've seen that style of cartoon, and now you saw it in this universe. You saw the anime. You saw so it wasn't, and I do agree with that waiting for.
And I liked recognizing, like, what kind of animation it was. I recognized the Looney Tunes one in, like, 2 seconds.
Yep.
What was something that you didn't like about it?
half the stories.
You didn't like the direction of them or the characters or anything.
See, yeah, there's definitely.
And I think even though I didn't like some of them, I appreciated the fact that they were telling a story of like this person's existence in the world.
Yeah.
Like there was one where there were a bunch of like teenage superheroes that like their parents turned them back in to the basically what is it called? Vought.
Yeah,
is
they're
the
like
company
daycare.
that made Compound V.
Yeah.
And these kids that were abandoned by these parents that didn't get kids that were Superman or Hulk.
If you were promised to have a child that was Superman, Hulk, or even anything, even Aquaman.
Instead, you get a child that is a head of a boombox, and the only thing he can play is Hootie and the Blowfish.
Not a terrible song, but
No, it isn't. And then these kids that are trying to get like revenge on their parents. Of course, they all had stupid ass powers. They were all, I mean, irrelevant in the universe of like what Compound V can do.
and the guy, the narrator,
Well,
that explained everything. He was like one of the kids.
And they go through and not to spoil it, but they get revenge on their parents.
Yes.
And it takes you through that journey, and it's hilarious.
That one felt longer than 15 minutes because I was into that one. I did
Yeah.
enjoy, especially coming off episode 1.
There was another one I really, really liked, which was the relationship one, where the guy gets the cream and he rubs it on his face and he turns into like who he wants to
Boyd
be.
from 3D.
And then him and this girl who find the same thing get together, and like what it
That's the
does
life
to
I
their
want.
relationship.
Yeah, that's what I want. Right
that was
there.
another one I really, really liked.
Yeah, and then just had.
Yeah, there was another one that I didn't really care for, which was really kind of sad, with an older Asian couple and how they dealt with her dying and having terminal illness.
Right.
And
terminal cancer, blah, blah, blah.
And him thinking that the compound V could like maybe rejuvenate her and cure her disease. And it goes as badly as you think it could go.
Yeah.
But I also didn't really like that there's no I like continuity. I do like that.
Yeah.
You know, and
we want that, especially because I like when we think of animated versus the real thing, I think of The Witcher.
Yeah.
And I think that did it well because it was canon, just not at the same time period. This, I think, was literally just hey, for the last 2 years, we haven't really worked on something, but we were able to voice and animate something.
Yeah.
And we did it because we could send one here, send to this person, and by the end of it, you had an 8-episode.
It's about as gory as
multi-art.
you think.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, but
I
it
mean,
started getting ridiculous in the
I really enjoyed that, actually.
the Pusher episode with the drugs.
Yeah.
I thought that was, well, it's like everything was just happening. Whoa.
I didn't hate any episode, to be honest with you.
Well,
I didn't. I really didn't. I enjoyed for what it was, and then when it was over, it was over.
I could not find joy in the poop one.
Oh, I thought that was just so hilariously stupid. It was just like, I
No,
need to
my
be more
brain
drunk
just went
to
like,
absorb
nah,
this.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
I can't. Absolutely.
So there really wasn't much to do besides just absorb it. I mean, you can get through
Sit
all 8
down and watch
episodes
it.
in one sitting.
Yeah.
And I think we can go right into the Layman's review.
I'm up for it.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Fight.
So I was thinking about a C. And the reason why I didn't give it a C is because I really I enjoyed the artistic direction of each episode.
Okay.
And I liked that it was telling stories that weren't relevant at all to the main story, but nevertheless how people interact with something in society that completely changes the way we go about our daily lives. And I didn't hate a single episode where it was like, I can't wait till this one's over. I enjoyed the gore. I enjoyed how hilariously stupid every one of them were. It was a show that didn't take itself too seriously, and that allowed me to enjoy it more.
They didn't take it serious at all.
I like that.
There was none to it. Like, so this is what, so you don't, to me, your first episode was no words, and it was in that old style cartoon, and I'm like, I don't even know at this point. I question, I'm like, do I want to go on? If the next one was quiet, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to.
Looney Tunes really bugs you.
I'm not
differently, huh?
giving them my watch. And then so I decided, so I broke it up into 2 days. Yes, you can do it in one sitting, but I watched it first. I'm like, I need a break from this.
One episode in, you needed a
14
break.
minutes. It was
Okay, so you just didn't particularly like enjoy the Looney Tunes style one.
And I had, okay, so then the second one was the superheroes. That I thought that was cool.
It's one of the highlights of the
it was the
entire
one
season.
that showed what happens when Compound V fails. Like, it
Right.
didn't work. Like, cool. And I guess Laser Baby did too as well. You know, because the whole thing of like getting your power. I thought the Pusher was great, the one with the drugs, or with Compound V as the drug, and I liked that. The poop one,
I just liked how
literally I could have done without that one.
it was so hilariously stupid that I enjoyed it.
I think there might have been an episode or two that would have been in that B category, but I think the majority brought it to the C. Yes, the animation was good. Or having the different animated was great, but some of the styles were kind of not pleasant on the eyes. And you just accepted it. Some, like, yes, they were serious, but I didn't, I don't know, I just didn't latch onto this.
You just bounced off of it.
Yeah. And I love The Boys, and I can't wait for season 3.
No, I can't either. I think season 3 is going to be really good.
But this one in particular, like, it was cool, like some of them, but I think we danced in that.
And I think if it made you excited for season 3, then in and of itself,
the
I think
last
that-
episode did, because I think that's the one we agree with that could have been
Like
part
a-
of the real story.
Right. That was the one episode at the very end that made you think, oh, this could have actually
Yep.
been a part of
and
season
I think that was
1 or
like
2.
the better of the 8, if not 1-2 area.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I wasn't doing it for me. And I'm just trying to think.
I don't know where to put it now because
I'm trying to think of what's in our B category.
Hold on, let me look and see what exactly we're dealing with as far as what's in B. And then we'll make a determination on where we're going to put it.
Because then we compare it with the top two, maybe in each category.
So the last thing we put up was Season 2 of The Witcher. If you haven't watched that yet, it's above Ryan's head. Recommend giving that a watch. Let's see here. We gave that a B. In the B category, Wheel of Time, Hellbound, Witcher Season 2, Season 3 of Castlevania, Record of Ragnarok, and What If. In C, we have Castlevania Season 1, He-Man, and we have Y the Last Man.
There's no way you could put it on the level of Witcher 2, Wheel of Time.
Honestly, I think this belongs at the back end of B.
Oh, no. I think
that's where I would put it at.
Second in C.
I enjoy this infinitely more than Y the Last Man.
Oh, Y the Last Man should be in D. When I was writing this score, I'm like, wait, we definitely gave Y the Last Man a D. Just because I fucking finished the show doesn't mean that it was worth my time.
I think it was better than He-Man. I think it was better than Season 1 of Castlevania.
Oh, no, I'd sooner watch He-Man again.
Oh, see, we're kind of struck here. We'll put it in C.
I was just about to say give it to B because your explanation on why you liked it was far more than just like, I didn't like it. I just didn't. It didn't catch me. But you defended why it was a B?
I was genuinely... Look, this is why I give it a B. I was genuinely looking forward to the next episode to see who made it, what was the animation style, what crazy, stupid-ass story they were going to give us.
Right.
And then so because of that, and after everyone ended, let's say I didn't like one. I'm like, oh, okay, start fresh for the next episode. And more often than not, I liked them more than I didn't. I genuinely think it belongs...
For a combined Layman's review, I'll stick with that B. I just don't think, personally, it doesn't belong there.
We don't watch a lot of bad shit. Mainly because it's a waste of our time.
Right.
We don't have anything
do we have
in
a D? We haven't found a D yet?
I mean, maybe we move Y the Last Man to D.
I thought it was. Hands up, I truly thought it was a D.
Every single character made me want to punch myself in the face repeatedly.
And it was like, that was a chore to finish.
Because
Diabolical was not a chore to finish.
This wasn't
not a chore to finish.
And you liked some of the episodes.
I did.
You thought they were funny.
It was probably split so I mathematically gave it a C because like there was probably 3 to 4 that I just didn't like.
Okay. So we're pretty close to one another.
So give it a B. I'm fine. You defended it because you look at the animation, the style, all
the hilarity of it.
Yeah, and I think it was. I can climb up for that B, but independently, it would definitely be
at the tail end.
Yeah, very
fine. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you for the next video.